Esta puede ser.
A previously unseen link is established between the groper and the victim. Charting out their relationship is akin to tracing a spider's web. But with each false thread ruled out, only the improbable truth remains. Ehara orchestrated the groping as a diversion, and by tarnishing his name, he secures both an alibi and his ultimate revenge.
Llamas convergentes, capítulo 6. Bueno, vamos con otro vídeo desde los Jazmen, ya sabéis. YouTube, Twitch, YouTube, follow. Es bueno, bonito, barato y se agradece.
Hiro Mikoshiba's murder was sparked by the bullying of Toshiro Ehara, who committed suicide 4 years ago. The graphic video that hit the net showed the world how Toshiro's father, Akihiro Ehara, had brutally avenged his son. We also know the father had accomplices. On October 7th at 6:30 a.m., they forced Mikoshiba into a vehicle, took him to an abandoned building, and gravely injured him. Then, around 7:30 a.m., the time frame when Ehara killed Mikoshiba, the other conspirators were probably nearby, even though they weren't on camera.
At the same time, 30 kilometers away at Ikebukuro Station, a man who looks like Ehara is caught on camera. We'll call that guy the stand-in. The stand-in made sure he was in front of the cameras for more than an hour before boarding the 9:06 a.m. train, the same one Yui Mamiya was on. After committing sexual battery on that train, he meets the real Ehara in the camera's blind spot, and they change places. That's how he established a false alibi for Mikoshiba's murder. And to achieve this, the victim, Yui Mamiya, had to have been in on it from the start.
Sure are a lot of people getting their hands dirty for Ehara. Mamiya, Ehara's stand-in on the train, the guys who kidnapped Mikoshiba. How did some troubled cop manage to recruit so many allies?
Well, one person that comes to mind who might be the key to all this is Yoko Sawa. She's a teacher at Seiryo High. She was the only adult Toshiro-kun ever told about the bullying, and she supervised Mikoshiba as a teacher before he disappeared. On top of that, she's a Kurokawa Academy graduate, same as Mamiya. Those trespassers at the murder scene were also from Kurokawa. Since they're all about the same age, it's possible they were all classmates.
So you're saying these classmates are also Ehara's murder accomplices?
If we consider Yoko Sawa the central link, that's very possible. We do know that as a teacher, she felt deep remorse for Toshiro-kun's suicide. Maybe she recruited her old classmates to help Ehara take his revenge.
Yeah, best not to rule that out. Though I'm hoping that's not the case.
Why's that?
It's just, she's a really good teacher. She's passionate, responsible. She's always putting the students first. I know she regrets the past, that a student died on her watch. And now another of her students, Mikoshiba, is found murdered. So if it turns out she's involved in that, I doubt I'll be able to trust my own judge of character ever again.
Yagami.
I'm going back to Ejincho tomorrow. The plan is to bring up Mamiya's name to Sawa-sensei and see how she reacts. Until then, let's not jump to conclusions about her involvement.
All right.
Can I chime in real quick? I was looking into Kurakawa Academy and I stumbled across something that may be relevant.
What's that?
Well, it happened 13 years ago, but there was an attempted suicide. A third year jumped off the school's roof after being thoroughly humiliated.
Un suicidio por acoso escolar hace 13 años. Sí, ya cuando hablo de ello. Si no recuerdo mal, el estudiante sobrevivió, pero sigue en coma.
Actually, Sawa-sensei mentioned that. She said it was a boy in her class.
Right, that's gotta be the same case then. The student's name was Mitsuru Kusamoto. He's 30 now, but still in a coma.
Huh, and all that info's on the net?
It wouldn't be normally, but his mother happens to be Vice Minister of the Ministry of Health. Ever heard the name Reiko Kusamoto?
Not once.
I have. It was on the news. They were talking about her and her son.
Los viceministros están por encima de la mayoría de funcionarios. Kusumoto es muy influyente en el ministerio.
Well, do you remember the uproar in the health ministry when Vice Minister Ichinose got arrested? Apparently, his successor couldn't contain the resulting chaos, which is when Kusamoto-san got tapped to lead. They couldn't afford another criminal scandal, so her promotion was out of the blue. She was a safe choice, a veteran with tenure and experience. Not to mention, her son's tragedy made people see her as a more sympathetic figure. Very popular. She's kind of a new generation heroine, so to speak.
Huh.
Is any of that relevant to the case at hand, though?
Who knows? But Reiko Kusamoto and Ahara both have children who were bullying victims. I don't think that's a connection we can afford to overlook, if you ask me.
Okay, so Kusamoto's son. What exactly happened to him?
Let's see. He was bullied by a fellow third year at his school, Shinya Kawai. The records say he harassed Mitsuru-kun every day, in and out of school. Well, one time he even stuffed dirty rags in his mouth.
That's so cruel.
Yeah, and the teacher was a real piece of work. Apparently he knew, but he just smirked and said, "Don't overdo it."
Oh, I remember now. The media pounced on that one hard.
If they were classmates, then both Sawa-sensei and Mamiya would know about this.
And maybe because they couldn't save Mitsuru-kun, their guilt left them open to Ahara's persuasion.
But to prove that, we'll have to hear from them directly. I'll talk to Sawa-sensei first thing tomorrow.
That'd be helpful. In the meantime, I'll be working on Ahara's appeal. It's clear they missed something important in the trial, since Ahara is apparently innocent of sexual battery. Being that he was out committing murder at the time.
What started as a simple harassment case sure has blown up big.
Bueno, vámonos. To the office. Si me acuerdo cómo se reparte tortas, que no me acuerdo tú. Bueno, me acuerdo. Más o menos. Coño, levanta, hostia.
What a waste.
Situamos algo.
Really, guys?
Estamos un poco flojos de vida, Ram. Hola, buenas, que venía por aquí. Quería comer algo.
Starving. Pretty tasty, thanks.
ありがとうございました。
tu animal.
No waste.
Está a l'entrada, tu. Un cafecito. Con vuestro permiso.
Wait a minute. What?
Yo, you took your sweet time, but I got the gist of it. You're going to Ijincho, right? To meet with Sawa-sensei?
Kaito-san, you do realize that only I can meet her. You can't get into the school.
I know, but if you end up taking it off campus, can you at least call me this time?
Don't you understand the situation? Sawa-sensei might be tied to murder.
You sure you understand it? Come on, she would never do that.
That a fact?
So happens I'm a great judge of character, especially when it comes to women.
Sometimes I forget who I'm talking to.
Un segundo. Vamos a un café. Café y galletita. Tengo un taxi, no creo.
Really, guys?
Ah, Jincho, vámonos.
Well, first stop, it's gotta be Chinatown. Can't face Tsukumo on an empty stomach.
Never a dull day for you, huh, Kaito-san?
It's a selection, man. I've already worked out the math. I figure if I hit 4 or 5 places a day...
What? What's up?
Check that out. It's Akutsu.
Kamurocho thugs are looking pretty out of place here.
Yo! Akutsu! What are you fools doing in town? Hey! Don't ignore me! It's Kaito! Fancy seeing you here!
I'm kind of busy here, man. Catch you later.
What an asshole. Ijincho's a long way from home. And he's traveling with a small army.
Would he have come all this way because of us?
Nah, we just caught him totally off guard. He's not out here for us. Gotta be something else.
But something's not right if they're just cruising around. It's gotta be an RK operation. He brought too many guys for it to be something more personal.
Yeah. Kamurocho streets can be tough. Maybe they gave up. Well, whatever they came out here to do, we ought to keep our noses the hell out of their business. But you better hustle. You're gonna be late for class. I'll catch you after school.
Te voy a dirigir al instituto. Tengo que descubrir si Yui, mamilla, está relacionada con Shawa. ¿Qué? Me pasaba de largo. Vamos a ver el puto móvil. presidenta del club resuelve misterios. Yagami, por si acaso se te ha olvidado. Me gustaría saber tu opinión sobre otro caso que estamos investigando. Se está gestando un gran misterio en el instituto. Uno que podría estar oculto a simple vista. ¿No te pica el gusanillo? Si es que sí, pásate por el club resuelve misterios. A ver. Tareas para aquí. Caso principal. Vamos a ser profesores. Dios, ¿dónde está la sala de profesores, tío? No me acuerdo. Primera, segunda, tercera planta. Segunda planta, ni tan mal.
Oh, what is it, Yagami-san?
Sensei, do you have a minute?
I saw the video of Mikoshiba-kun.
So you did. That video, right?
I thought Ehara-san was convicted for a sex offense. How could he be in that video killing Mikoshiba-kun? But then that video looked so real.
Most likely it is. As you unfortunately had to witness, Ehara-san committed murder with his own two hands. Which means as far as the groping that day goes, there's some deception at work.
Deception?
Are you familiar with Ehara-san's victim in the case? Her name is Yui Mamiya.
I don't think I recognized her, no.
13 years ago, she attended Kurakawa Academy. Her maiden name is Yui Suzuki.
Yui Suzuki? Just a minute. Are you saying she was the one Ehara-san groped?
So you do know her then? Were you two classmates?
We were, in our third year of high school.
I had a hunch. You didn't know she was the victim of that whole incident?
I mean, it's just so hard to believe.
Does this all seem like a wild coincidence to you then? Your old student's father gropes one of your high school classmates at a station with 3 million daily travelers.
What are you implying?
I'm saying your old friend Yui might be cooperating with Ehara-san, as in she only played the part of a victim. She might have even known it was all to hide a murder.
What? But why? Why would she do that for him?
Parece que no sabe si hay alguna relación entre Hara y Yui Mamiya. Si está haciéndose la loca, se le da de lujo actuar. No lo hemos pillado.
From where I'm sitting, Sensei, you're connected to Ehara and Yui Mamiya. I just need your help figuring out what that connection is.
Yagami-san, please. Are you implying I was some kind of liaison between them?
Well, Sensei, what was your relationship with Yui Mamiya? Were you close? Or would you say classmates covers it?
The two of us were never really that close. To be honest, I didn't really like the group of kids she hung out with. I guess you could say we didn't have the same interests.
When was the last time you saw her? Did you have a high school reunion by any chance?
They held a reunion around the time I graduated from college, but I didn't feel like going. That same class bullied a kid into jumping off the roof.
So if that's the case, you haven't seen any of your classmates since you all graduated from Kurakawa?
That's right.
Okay then. The thing is, Ehara-san and Mamiya are connected. It is kinda loose, but it's there. They have one thing in common.
What?
In both of their pasts, someone they knew was bullied to the point of attempting or committing suicide. Ehara-san lost his son, Toshiro-kun, and as for Yui Mamiya, it's her classmate, Mitsuru Kusumoto. That could be a factor, especially for Mamiya. It's possible that Ehara-san would be a sympathetic figure to her. Maybe enough to help construct an alibi for his revenge. It's possible she only played the part of a groping victim. What do you think? Does it have any merit, or is my theory full of holes?
Even if you're on the right track...
Sawa-sensei? We're just waiting on you to start the staff meeting.
Sorry, I'll be right there.
What happened 13 years ago at Kurakawa? That might be the last piece of the puzzle. What about Yui Mamiya? How'd she react when Mitsuru Kusamoto tried to kill himself by jumping off that roof?
I'm sorry. I'm already late for my meeting.
I'm trying to ask you about a murder here. To Ahara, every unanswered question is a victory for that man. He's only a step away from walking for it. And I know Mamiya had other conspirators. It took more than one person to murder Mikoshiba. They're still at large, even as we speak. I'll be honest. I came here today with a suspicion that you might be more involved in this murder than you're letting on.
A suspicion?
Nothing you've said has made me feel any better about it.
And what should I do about that, huh?
I just want you to tell me, how are Ahara-san and Mamiya connected beyond what I've already figured out? I think you have the key to that answer, even if you don't know that you're the one holding it. It's like a lock, and until I figure out how to get through it, I'm gonna keep picking at it.
I told you. I'm late for a meeting.
I'll be here when you get back. Have a good meeting.
Suit yourself.
La cosa no está yendo muy bien, pero al menos he corroborado que fue compañía de Yui Mamiya. De momento eso es todo lo que sé. Saori querrá que la ponga el día después. Así iba a contarle a Saori que la profesora Sawaibi se conocen.
Hey, Saori-san? It's Yagami.
Hey, did you manage to talk to Sawa-sensei?
Yeah, turns out she really was in Mamiya's class. And they were both aware of the suicide incident with their classmates.
Good to know. While we're on the topic,
Let's hear it.
the bully at Kurokawa High was named Shinya Kawai. He transferred out right after Mitsuru-kun jumped, as if he were running away. Once he came of age, it looks like he worked here in Kamurocho.
Wow. You really can find a lot online.
Yes, and to top it off, Kawai earned a reputation for talking about how he drove a classmate to suicide. Maybe he thought he'd get a laugh in Kamurocho.
Probably would.
Kawai was more or less a yakuza, though he never swore into it. I just sent you his picture. It was taken 5 years ago.
What? This guy?
You recognize him?
Not too long ago, some RK punks came asking his whereabouts. Said he was a girls' bar manager who went
¿Cómo se va
missing.
liando, tío? ¿Qué pasa?
Yeah, it looks like he did work at a girl's bar. But we don't know which one.
Okay, so the guy's definitely suspicious. What business would RK have with him?
Do you know if they ever found him?
No. But their leader, Soma, said something about Kawai having already been killed. Like he just vanished from Kamurocho a few years ago, and that was it.
Wait, he was killed?
Uh-huh. Kinda gives me deja vu now that I think about it. Here you have Kawai and Mikoshiba, two known school bullies. And they both end up murder victims?
That could be for a number of reasons. It's not rare for people to disappear in Kamurocho. Usually the trouble is money or women. Maybe that was the case for Kawai.
Could be.
Okay. We'll investigate Kawhi a bit more on our end. With RK asking around, word on the street will be loud enough to hear.
How was it, Saori-san? What did Yagami-san have to say?
He said he recently ran into some RK members looking for Shinya Kawai.
Did he?
He also said RK later told him Kawhi had been killed.
This is getting scarier with every new lead.
Now that you mention it, I have seen people getting stopped and asked about someone all over town. But if those were RK on the hunt for Kawhi, could it have something to do with our case as well?
Dejad de ver la relación con Mikos y Kawhi. ¿Por qué de repente está RK involucrado?
I'm honestly not sure how RK could be involved in all this. I'm going out for a bit, Hoshino-kun. Do me a favor and keep digging up what you can on Kawhi.
Wait, what?
Sometimes you have to get out in the field. It can't just be Yagami-san all the time.
You mean you're going straight to RK for some answers?
What else would I be doing? I need to know why they were looking for Kawhi.
Then I'm coming with. I can't just let you do that alone.
Don't worry. It's still light out, and I plan on staying in the open. Besides, if I'm alone, they'll be more eager to talk.
That may be, but still, I'll just call you about every 10
Okay,
minutes
minutos, madre mía.
for your safety.
I find that rather unnecessary.
You sure?
Esta no va a repartir tortas, ¿no? No creo, vamos. Primero tendré que dar con los miembros del RK. A diferencia de la Yakuza, es difícil identificarlos por su aspecto. Pero no pasa nada. Iré a ver al dueño del tender. Tiene muchos contactos. Este es el bartender, el primer sitio en el que trabajó Yagami cuando llegó a la ciudad. El dueño siempre se entera de todo, así que podría preguntarle si sabe dónde encontrar a los miembros de RK.
Oh, is that Sari-chan I see? To what do I owe this pleasure?
Nice to see you too.
Oh, hi. Say, aren't you one of Talk's lawyer friends? Does that mean he's on his way too?
It's just me today.
Fine by me. That means you and I get some girl talk time.
Oh, that stings, Mari. And here I thought I had a place in your heart.
Well, no one knows a lady's heart like a bartender. I guess you can stay.
Parece que se iban bastante bien. Bueno, si voy a hacerles preguntas será mejor que pida algo de ver.
Let's see.
All these bottles got you feeling lost? Care for a few pours from top? It'll be our secret. Besides, a man with his tab can't complain.
You're too kind. So I'm actually here to ask you, how can I set up a meeting with RK?
Darn. So this wasn't a pleasure call? Well, I'm glad you're at least enjoying the drink.
True. And looking fancy doing it.
Oh, please, you two are going to embarrass me.
My apologies. I suppose being surrounded by such beauties has a timeless appeal.
I'll second that. Masuda here is looking at least a year younger.
Was that supposed to be a compliment?
Of course. If you got any younger, you'd be much too handsome.
And I'll second that.
Oh, mal asunto. Me estoy relajando tanto que puede que se me olvide que estoy trabajando.
Anyhow, if you're after an RK rendezvous, the good news is those guys are everywhere. But it's not like a civilian can just stroll up and ask, "Hey, are you RK?" and expect to get an answer.
You got that right. And Saori-chan needs to ask them something that's kind of... Oh, that's certainly going to make things challenging.
Just a bit, yeah.
So I say, why not let the boys do the chasing? Wouldn't be hard for an enchantress like you. But honey, we need to do something about your look. Some nice clothes and a little makeup, and you'd be...
Finally, my turn to second something.
I suppose I would need to look approachable.
Talk told me once that if you ever felt like it, Saori-chan, you could put every hostess in Kamurocho to shame. I've got to admit, I'm curious.
Well, a good hawk hides her talons.
You're saying I should dress like a hostess for...
Well, I'm sure there are other ways. But if you want a foolproof plan to snag an RK...
Oh, if you want, I can get you some looks. And you can choose what you like.
No me lo he pasado. Cuatio.
I get
Me
the
falta
message.
matar al último boss, pero está muy
And I
chulo.
suppose
Me gusta
I'll
mucho.
take you
A ver
up
si
on
lo hago
that.
yo mañana. Me
Okay.
falta el último combate.
Then leave the rest to me.
Muy chulo. Me falta eso, tío. Poco me falta. Vale, tío, por culo. Que a mí estas cosas no me molan.
Well, would you look at that? Doc was right on the money. I couldn't have imagined.
You sure about that, Mari-san? I hardly feel comfortable wearing this in front of you.
What are you saying? You're so pretty.
I wouldn't say so.
Really? You're dynamite. Though, there is one thing that's missing.
What's that?
Pride. That's the final touch you need. Pride in your own beauty.
Well, I'm not sure I have that.
Then how about your pride as a lawyer? You have that, don't you?
As a lawyer?
Yes, there it is. Go ahead and take a look. Now that's the face of the girl who gets the man she wants.
It's been a while since I've felt this way. I have you to thank for that.
Un poco de maquillaje igual, igual, ¿no?
These bad boys won't know what hit them. Now, let's go dangle the bait.
You mean us, right?
You bet. Two nightlife girls like us alone on the street literally brings the RK boys running, especially along Senryo Avenue. Why don't we take a walk?
Are you sure? I don't want to drag you into this.
Are you kidding? And miss the chance to see this makeover in action? But really, I want you to succeed. I promise I won't be a bother.
Hora de pasar por la avenida Senryo. Si alguno de RK se nos acerca, lo engatusaremos. Después le preguntaré por Shinya Kawaii para ver qué han descubierto. No sé, tiene unos sandales un poco de...
Excuse me, ladies. You, get lost on the way to the beauty pageant?
We're already out for a drink. Maybe heading to work somewhere in town?
Oh, we're just two girls bar hopping by our lonesome. Isn't that right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, in that case, why don't you roll with us? I know a great place. You could drink all you want.
Wow, you guys loaded or something? We can throw them back, you know. You sure?
Hell yeah! There's a place my buddy runs. He'll be thrilled to see some ladies like you.
Yo de RK quizá nos vendría bien aceptar la propuesta, pero... ¿cómo puedo estar segura?
You know, I think you guys may have caught me at the perfect time. what I'm saying is, tonight, I want to take a trip on the wild side.
Oh, yeah? Talk to me, baby.
There's this guy in my life, a real choir boy. And being with him's got me feeling so repressed. Now I know I should behave like a good girl. But I figure I owe it to myself to cut loose every now and again.
Oh, you never told me that, Sari-chan.
Damn, girl. I'll get loose with you.
Yeah! Let's get drunk and dirty.
Thing is, we all know the biggest party people in town are RK. I heard they can really spice things up, you know?
But Sari-chan, why limit yourself to RK? I think these boys are plenty attractive.
I'm starting to think we were meant for each other.
Oh? What makes you say that?
Wait, don't tell me you're...
Not supposed to be blurting it out, but yeah, we're RK. And pretty high up, too.
Shoot. RK wouldn't be what it is now without us. Never thought it'd get this big either.
Pues parece que lo he conseguido bien. Sabía que pertenecían a RK. Ahora solo tengo que preguntarle si Saniki, ¿por qué lo buscaba?
RK has Kamurocho pretty much wrapped around its finger now, huh?
Just about. The time of the Yakuza laying down the law is over. All that respect and chivalry shit. Dead. Now the underground world is a jungle. Winning the fight's all that matters.
Wow, must be hard. But I think that's hot.
That reminds me. Weren't you RK guys looking for someone recently? A man who disappeared a few years ago?
Oh yeah, him. We were looking for this dude who ran a girls' bar.
See? I knew you guys would know what that's about.
Oh well, 5 years ago he suddenly disappeared. But that's not even news in Kamurocho.
That's so crazy, though. What happened to him? You ever end up finding the guy?
Nah, didn't work out. No surprise, he was just a punk anyway. Name was Kawhi. Way I heard it, some of his old friends rolled up on him one night. My guess is, it was trouble from another town catching up to him. Anyway, they argue for a bit, and it ends with the guy getting shoved into a van. And that's the last time anyone saw the dude.
Whoa, what do you think happened?
I'm thinking they bumped him off. If he was still breathing, he'd be back by now. I heard he never even picked up his final paycheck. My guess, he's fish food now. Or they buried him on some remote-ass mountain.
You have any idea who would have done that to him?
Don't know. They say it was 10 or so people. Young, both men and women. Doesn't sound like a gang. Who knows, right? It was 5 years ago.
Un grupo de civiles metieron a Kawhi en una furgoneta y eran viejos conocidos. ¿Y eres compañeros de instituto que curaba? No, estoy sacando conclusiones
But if
precipitadas.
you heard all that, there must have been witnesses, right? So you're saying someone actually saw him get shoved in a van?
Yep. Some chick working at his bar saw it all go down. At least that's what we heard from a guy who heard it from that chick.
Where is this bar anyway?
I mean, some random dive bar half a decade ago? Who the hell knows? 100 places have sprung up and gone under since.
But then, why would anyone be looking for Shinya Kawhi now? Did someone ask RK to find him? Think that's right?
Hell if I know. It's a question for the top of the food chain. But hold on a sec. Can I ask you something?
Huh?
Just a minute ago, you mentioned a Shinya Kawai. How'd you know his full name when we never told you?
Oh, shit!
You're only talking to us because you wanted dirt on Kawai. So who the hell are you?
What do you think you're doing?
Who sent you?
I'm Saori Shirosaki, attorney at law. Unhand me this instant.
You're gonna sue? You think I give a crap about what your job is?
Me van a crujir la
I'm
jeta.
saying things will go very badly for you if you keep this up.
Big talk for a chick dressed to the nines to get info. Huh? Sorry, Chan?
Yeah. Don't even try to fuck with us, lady!
Sorry-chan!
Huh? What the?
Beat it, punk.
Higashi-san!
Asshole!
I swear, these jerks are popping up like roaches. No thanks needed. Just be careful on your own, especially when you're beautiful.
Thank you so much, Higashi-san.
I just said you don't... Wait, how'd you know my name?
It's me, Shirosaki, from Genda Law Office. It's been a while.
¿Y este? ¿Quién coño es este?
Shit! No way!
Man, I didn't realize. Shirosaki Sensei. I didn't recognize you. You look incredible.
Encargado de los recreativos Charles. Don Higashi.
You're the one who is incredible. This is all my fault. I was the one who put Mari-san in danger. You really saved us.
Young, strong, handsome. That's 3 out of 3 for me.
Those guys were RK. Town's practically overrun with them these days.
Toru Higashi es miembro de la familia Matsugane del clan Toho. Como un hermano para Kaito, también conoce a Yagami. Ahora es el dueño de unos recreativos, pero al parecer le gusta estar al día de la moda yakuza.
If you'd like, I can escort you somewhere safe. I got nothing but time on my hands.
Oh, you don't say. Perfect. Who says we can't still salvage some fun out of tonight?
Oh, before we do that, let me call Yagami-san.
De 13 años, Mikai era un abusón. Desapareció de Camacho después de que lo metiera en una furgoneta. Parece que los secuestradores sean conocidos suyos. Puede que fueran antiguos compañeros de instituto. Kurokawa.
Yagami's still a jackass, I see. When Shirosaki Sensei calls, you pick up in 2 rings.
It is strange that he's not picking up. I'll try again. Wait, he was killed?
Uh-huh. Kinda gives me deja vu now that I think about it. Here you have Kawai and Mikoshiba, 2 known school bullies. And they both end up murder victims?
That could be for a number of reasons. It's not rare for people to disappear in Kamurocho. Usually the trouble is money or women. Maybe that was the case for Kawai.
Could be.
Okay. We'll investigate Kawai a bit more on our end. With RK asking around, word on the street will be loud enough to hear.
Alright, thanks.
Supongo que me toca esperar a Sawa. Aún falta bastante para que acabe la reunión del claustro. Mensaje de Armasawa. Yagami, uno de los nuestros quiere hablar contigo. Si no es mucha molestia, puedes pasarte por la sala de club después de clase. A pesar de que quiere hablar de sus compañeros. ¿Qué se da? Ahora estoy libre, así que me pasaré de verla. Todavía falta para terminar un claustro. Debería matar el rato de alguna forma. Ve al club. ¿Dónde está el club? A ver. Me acuerdo de esta... Eclus. De aquí. Ya está, el subterráneo. Hecho. Eso se está empezando a poner. Los modelos que usted debería haber acabado. Joder, espera un poco. Ya está. Dame un segundo. Ah, eso es el club de baile, joder. Creo que el club de baile, coño. Sala de profesores. ¿Qué coño está? Me he liado. Me he ido al club de baile y no me apetece bailar. No me apetece bailar. Espera que salimos por otra puerta.
Yagami-san.
Yeah.
Yagami-san.
La tenía jurada, ¿eh? El otro día estaba enfadadísima y no dejaba de repetir que iba a machacar a ese pervertido. Gracias a ella que se acabó de la portada de los periódicos como un bomboso que va detrás de los adolescentes. Jugué la anterior, la de Jasmine, y está guapa. Está guapo. Supongo que tengo una disculpa. Bueno, a más agua. ¿Quieres hablarme de algo, no? Sí. Está corriendo un rumor espantoso y nos gustaría que nos ayudaras con la investigación. De hecho, es probable que el incidente con las Sugar Babies esté relacionado con este rumor. Supongo que debo cumplir con mis posibilidades como monitor. A ver, ¿qué sabe más agua sobre esta leyenda urbana? Está guapos, sobre todo la historia, esto está muy guapa. Se va liando y está muy bien. El 1 me gustó mucho y este, bueno, se me está haciendo un poco más bola porque me parece más de lo mismo, pero está guay. Y luego no juego más que al... el Like a Dragon, que no me lo he acabado. Me queda muy poco a ver si me lo acabo de una vez. Últimamente muchos adolescentes de Jincho están adaptando una conducta ciertamente delictiva. Esta actividad pasa completamente desapercibida y ninguna fuerza del orden parece enterarse de nada. tanto sospechoso básicamente porque hacen de todo: robar, fumar, tener sugar babies, carreras callejeras, apuestas, estafas electrónicas, telefónicas. Lo más sorprendente de todo es que la mayoría de los delincuentes son alumnos respetables que han decidido portarse mal casi al mismo tiempo. Qué cosa tan rara. Lo más curioso de todo es que una sola persona es quien ha provocado dicha actividad criminal. Quiere decir que hay una mente maestra detrás de todo esto, algo así. Ajá. Si el rumor es cierto, alguien está llevando a estos chicos por el mal camino. Se está corriendo la voz de que una sola persona es la investigadora de semejante delincuencia. Pues un poco de leyenda urbana, ¿no? Por lo visto, los alumnos del instituto Sirio lo llaman el profesor. Quiero pensar que es una referencia al archienemigo Sherlock Holmes, el profesor James Mariatxi. Era el cerebro de todos los delitos cometidos en Londres, en su primera aparición. Y del señor Uriar. En su primera aparición lo llamaron el Napoleón del crimen. No sé, quizás sería más adecuado denominar a nuestro profesor el Napoleón de los delincuentes juveniles. Una historia fascinante, pero de momento no es más que un rumor, ¿no? Bueno, se repiten ciertos patrones en estos rumores y eso me hace pensar que hay algo de cierto en ellos. Por lo visto hay un sitio web secreto controlado por el profesor, solo pueden acceder los alumnos de Sirio. He identificado a algunos alumnos que admiten conocerlo, pero se han negado a revelar nada más. Así que un sitio web secreto. ¿De qué se trata? ¿De un foro o algo así? Hasta donde yo sé, esos lugares solo son avisperos de abusones donde generar odio sin sufrir ninguna consecuencia. Pienso igual que tú. Sin embargo, el sitio del profesor tiene algo diferente que lo ha captado la atención de los estudiantes. ¿Cómo que algo diferente? Bueno, cuando un alumno hace una publicación donde expresa algún tipo de deseo, es como si el profesor apareciera y lo hiciera realidad. ¿Qué concede deseos? Mira, una chorrada. No te he dicho que no es más que un rumor. Lo que no sé es si los deseos son respuestas de exámenes, formas de ganar dinero fácil o vengarse de otras personas. Esto quizás será más un caso que una leyenda urbana. Aún así resulta bastante desagradable. Sí, pero creo que es digno de investigarse. A juzgar por los camorreros con los que se codea el profesor, me parece la típica persona que un adolescente pediría ayuda.
I see.
¿Y qué tiene? Nada, que tiene camorreros. Esto empeora la situación.
Hey.
¿Qué es un camorrero? Un vándalo que se dedica a estafar a la gente y anda metido en asuntos turbios. Como la yakuza, pero sin ningún tipo de disciplina ni normas. Puede ser mucho peores. Las leyes contra el crimen organizado les dan igual y por eso cuesta acabar con ellos. Desde que se disolvieron el clan Toho y los Omi, cada vez aparecen más. Vaya, no tienen idea. No solo eso, he oído que a los Sugar Baby del club del baile casi se ve metida en un asunto muy peligroso. Unos tipos enormes y muy brutos aparecieron de la nada y se ofrecieron a protegerla, como si fueran los matones que trabajaban para ella. Me sorprende toda la terminología que conoces. Es que leo mucho. A este ritmo, y teniendo en cuenta la delincuencia que hay, supongo que esta supuesta operación de nicho será de la más lucrativa. Miguel Ángel, buenos días. Tendría que serlo si alguien decide que merece la pena investigar en algo así. Incluso puede que haya recurrido a un líder en la sombra. Puede que este el profesor solo sea una cortina de humo para que los vándalos hagan de las suyas. A mí me encaja más. ¿Ves cómo esta supuesta leyenda urbana parece algo mundano? Todo depende del cristal con el que se mire. A más agua, creo que comprendo la situación. ¿Necesitas alguna cosa más o sigo con los asuntos del club de baile? Sigue con esto, muchas gracias. Mientras tanto, yo investigaré los rumores sobre el profesor. Tal vez encuentre algo de utilidad. Sé que estás muy ocupado, pero según con que me vaya encontrando, quizá necesite que te infiltres en otras comunidades. Muy bien, avísame con lo que sea. Por cierto, si quieres involucrarte más en este caso, deberías descargarte una aplicación. ¿Cuál? Es como una agenda para llevar al día tus obligaciones y actividades. Es muy popular entre los profesores que también hacen de monitores. Creo que tendría bien, sobre todo ahora. Cada vez estás más involucrado en la actividad del centro. ¿Qué coño? Esto sí se convirtió en un sitio donde ocurre todo tipo de actividad sospechosa. Por petición de Masawa, la presidenta del Club de Resuelve Misterios, Yagami investiga estos temas y forja vínculos con los estudiantes. Estas investigaciones se conocen como historias escolares. A medida que se infiltra en distintas comunidades y da buena impresión a los estudiantes, aumenta su liderazgo. Esto ayudará a llegar hasta el final de cada historia escolar. El liderazgo se puede dividir en 4 categorías: trabajo en equipo, concentración, valor y atractivo. Cuanto más ayudes a la comunidad, más aumentarán los niveles de liderazgo. La historia principal no debe ser tan larga, ¿eh? La historia principal no está larga. Si haces todas las secundarias y demás, te vas a las 60 fácil. Pero la principal me han dicho que si vas a saco, en 20 horas te la quitas. Llevo 13, no me la va a quitar en 20. Imagino que lo haré en 40 o así. Cada tipo se incrementará en función de la comunidad a las que ayudes. Cuando suba de nivel un tipo de liderazgo determinado, podrás infiltrarte en una comunidad nueva. Involverte en distintas comunidades y tratar de descubrirlas todas. Si haces esto, por ejemplo, si te atascas, revisa las tareas. Las tareas del menú, la pausa de historias escolares para descubrir qué debes hacer. Usa el mapa. Las historias escolares se mostrarán en el mapa como un icono. Si te diriges a una, tal vez aparezca algo nuevo. Completa las historias escolares de cada comunidad para descubrir secretos mejor guardados del distrito seguido.
Now that you mention it.
Ya me había oído decir que tú eres abogado, ¿verdad? Sí, aunque no estoy inactivo. ¿Por qué preguntas? No, por nada. Es que mira que acusar a un abogado de ser un pervertido. Se me ponen los pelos de punta. ¿Temías que te denunciase por difamación? No, por favor. El anterior, creo que sí, son unas 40 horas y entraba mucho más, ¿eh? Porque... tenías casos de detective y podías llegar al nivel 50, yo creo que lo dejé en el 20. Si esto es agua, aún no ha vuelto.
Pardon me. Did you have business with Sawa-sensei?
Yeah, the faculty meeting's over, right?
It just wrapped up. But Sawa-sensei went home in the middle of it, about an hour ago.
What?
Apparently she got a call from her apartment manager, saying her place was broken into.
Broken into?
She told me to tell you that if you came around.
Okay, then. Do you think you could give me her contact info or something?
No, I don't think I can. Oh, I'll just give her a quick call. One moment. No, she's not answering. They're probably busy.
But I guess she's home then?
I'd say so. Her place is within walking distance.
It is? Sawa-sensei lives in Ijincho?
Yes, but I really shouldn't be giving that kind of info out.
Sure, I appreciate the need for privacy. You've been a...
Qué extraño que entren a robar en el apartamento de Sawa justo ahora. ¿Qué está pasando? No debería pasarlo por alto. ¿Quién me podría dar la información de la dirección de Sawa? Buah, la tía está, la resuelve misterios, ¿no? Michael, ¿qué tal? Buenas. Bueno, pues aguantando. No, bien, bien. No, aquí no es. Pero vamos a ver. Me he ido para otro lado. Bien, bien, me voy a bajar. Avanzado un poco la historia de este Just, que lo tenía bastante abandonado. Bueno, vamos a seguir. Buah, muy guapo el Kena. No hay nadie aquí, tío. ¿Y a quién puedo pillar para hablar? Pues no está ni el trato aquí. Creo que me he perdido. Juego director. No tiene sentido, claro. Joder, a ver si me deja entrar. Joder, macho. Puestos mesas, sillas, han puesto de todo, joder. Ahora.
What's the matter, Yagami-san? Is there still something you need?
Well, do you think you could tell me Sawa-sensei's address?
Come again?
Not too long ago, she got a call that her apartment was broken into. And another teacher tried to call her, but she wouldn't answer.
So, what? Are you going to go check on her yourself? At her place?
She's within walking distance, isn't she?
I believe so. But this is a young woman, living by herself. I shouldn't be giving you her address without her permission.
We're detectives. Give us a bit of time, I'm sure we can find out ourselves. But on the other hand, that wouldn't be best for either party now, would it?
Then can't you just ask her yourself tomorrow?
Chairman, you're aware of the Hiro Mikoshiba murder footage, right?
Yes, of course I am. but from what I've heard from police sources, it's very likely that video was faked.
Well, I have it on good authority it wasn't faked at all. So for the sake of argument, let's say the video's real. And that Ihara is the one behind having posted it deliberately. He's got the criminal affairs department saying it's probably faked. So the police are playing right into his hand. And let's say his motive in all this is to avenge his son's suicide. The justice for his bullying that he never got.
Now wait just a moment. We proved in court that no bullying had taken place here. Sad as it was, the trial concluded that bullying wasn't what drove poor Ihara.
Actually, before Toshiro-kun killed himself, Sawa-sensei reported a bullying incident to his homeroom teacher.
What?
But at the trial, she wasn't able to testify to that. She had no choice but to deny the whole thing. From Ihara's perspective, that was unforgivable. And after all that, Mikoshiba was murdered, and now Sawa-sensei isn't picking up her phone following a break-in at her place.
What are you implying here? It's like you're saying she's going to be next.
I just want to check up on her. If it turns out the break-in isn't linked, I'll turn right around. And I'll make sure nobody knows the chairman gave me her address.
Well, fine.
Bueno, tengo la dirección, ¿no? La parte donde se juega está en la avenida Daikokuten, cerca del parque Amakita. Come on, let's go. Parece que ha ido alguien.
Excuse me.
Creo que se le ha caído esto. Sí, este baño es mío, pero no pensé que no estabas tirando los trastos. Gracias. Resina transparente, venga pues. Está chulo, es divertido. Luego aparte, a ver, pagado un mes, por así decirlo, solo. Vale, va a poder jugarlo. Pagado el mes en Ubisoft, como el de Game Pass de Ubisoft, va a poder jugarlo y ya está. Entonces, si lo quiero jugar, por lo menos la historia principal y demás, tengo un mes. Es tiempo de sobra, pero ya que estamos, le meto caña y me lo quito. Está chulo el juego, es divertido. ¿Verdad? Me sobra todo, todas las armas y todo, voy con el arco a todos los lados. Pero bueno, bien, está chulo, sí. Yo creo que la historia, depende de la caña, lo rápido que vayamos a la historia, full historia, va para este fin de semana acabado. Tiene mil cosas, tienes caza, tienes pesca, tienes mil hostias para hacer. Pero si vas un poco a saco, lo mismo, otras 20 horas. No voy a jugar más, no hay nada así que me llame más la atención. Era más que nada porque no. Es que pagar 50 pavos para. En el fondo, los juegos, una vez que los acabo, ahí se quedan. Entonces, el Ubisoft tampoco tenía claro si me iba a gustar, porque el 5 no me gustó. Este reconozco que sí, que me está gustando mucho. A ver, el director me dijo que la profesora Sawa vive aquí, en el apartamento 304. Entonces, bueno, pues al final opté por pagar los 15 euros al mes. Tengo un mes para pagármelo. Y si me convence, pues mira, pues... Pues ya está. Parece ser un sitio en el que acaban de robar. Está más tranquilo que lo que esperaba. Y eso que me parece que lo acabé comprando para Xbox porque el crío lo vio y le ha molado. Está jugando al New Dawn. Y su cumpleaños me dice, oye, pues para mi cumpleaños igual me lo puedes comprar. Entonces, bueno, ya veremos. Este es el apartamento 304, o sea, igual debería estar aquí. Esto de que te salga el niño friki, no sé si es buena idea.
Kawana? What the hell are you doing here?
Sí, sí, es un fricazo. Ayer estaba en el Metroid.
That was quick. I guess we couldn't ask for a better piece of bait. Kick us off, Akutsu.
Es el siguiente al 5, uno de las demás gemelas, un spin-off. Bueno, un spin-off, un DLC que sacaron. Que el 5 pensaba que lo tenía, pero no, porque se ve lo compartí con un amigo que ya no comparto con él. Y ese lo tenía, el 5 ese lo tenía. Entonces se lo puse, empecé a jugar y le ha molado, claro. Sí, es cortito, sí.
Bullying that pushed Toshiro Ehara over the edge echoes a previous tragedy. Years before, another boy attempted suicide and remains comatose. Yagami makes his way to Sawa-sensei's apartment, hoping to get some answers that will shed some light on the incident. But, as if by coincidence,
¿Cuál?
he
No,
encounters Kawana
el Far
instead.
Cry 6 empecé.
What ties could an earnest school teacher and an underground handyman share?
El Far Cry 6 estuvo en PC. Por eso, el 5 lo jugué en Xbox. Y esos juegos, los juegos de primera persona, a mí me gusta jugarlos con teclado y con ratón. Simplemente por el apuntado. Entonces yo creo que el 5 no me gustó tanto por eso. El 6 sí me está gustando mucho.
Kawana? What the hell are you doing here? You forget to mention you had a connection to Sawa-sensei? Or what? Awkward. Do you or not? And don't pretend you're just here to fix a toilet.
Yo!
Now it's RK on top of you?
Yagami, we've got more incoming.
What is this?
These idiots aren't after you. It's me they really want. And I just walked into their trap.
What could they possibly want with you? To come all the way from Kamurocho? Akutsu, what is this about? Why do you want her? Looks like they don't feel like talking about it.
Get these two fuckers first. But try to leave them breathing if you can.
ese botón de bloqueo, tú. Bueno, no suelo bloquear nunca, pero... Bueno, yo estoy mal. Me ha hecho una curita que me va a crujir si no. Ahí va, no, esto lo quería yo. ¿Dónde estamos? Objetos. Un poco de sushi nunca viene mal. ¿Qué hostias mete tú? Joder, macho. Sin proteger y... Eso, banda de joyas que reparte este. Ay, los riñones, toma. ¿Qué ha costado, madre mía?
Sawa-sensei, you okay?
Yes, I'll call the police.
That would help.
Hey, let's go, Yagami!
You go ahead. You're the one they're after, aren't you?
I owe you one.
Take Yagami out!
Just leave him to us. There's backup downstairs. We'll be right behind you.
There he goes. Now that it's just us, shall we start from the top?
Coming here was the last mistake you'll ever make, you fuck. You're fucking dead, asshole!
Come on.
Hostia, me mata.
Sawa-sensei.
Yes?
Don't open your door until the cops get here, okay? I have to go make sure Koana's alright.
What about with you, Yagami-san?
I'm fine. But actually, how do you and Koana know each other? Sawa-sensei? Fine. Just please stay in your room, okay?
Tengo que encontrar Cubana. Ya seguramente de que sigue vivo. ¿Por qué cojones estará recada detrás de él?
Huh? Wait, you're Yagami!
Han llegado los refuerzos de RK. Prefiero estar yendo tras Cubana ahora mismo. Más tortas. Pero no puedo dejarlos solos si le ponen la mano encima a agua.
Hey! The hell you looking at? Not trying to get in our way, are ya?
Yeah, I am. But I'm in a hurry myself, so I'm not gonna hold back, alright?
Yeah? Big words for a little shit! You're nothing without your friend Kaito! Let's go! Come on!
¿Qué Z esto que hace? Florido cubana. Está claro que ha venido por aquí. Sí, va dejando huella. Sí. Bueno, tienes misiones de investigación. No parece que haya usado el ascensor. A lo mejor no ha ido por el paso elevado peatonal. Sí, tienes al final es una detective. Entonces tienes que hacer misiones secundarias. Sí. El juego es muy completo, Se va a completar igual hasta las 100 horas. Si lo haces completo. Y esta fase sí que hay tortas. Otras veces no hay tantas tortas.
Alright, enough of your bullshit. You better say a quick prayer, asshole.
Madre mía, qué tíos más lamentables. Esos tíos se han de raca. Me parece que han corrado Kuana. Tengo que darme prisa.
Kuana! Hey, been waiting for you.
You a slow runner or something?
They got here before I did.
Yagami, sticking your nose in their business again. How about I stick you in an oil barrel and see if you float?
That's a halfway decent threat this close to the sea.
Ooh, the great detective sounds intimidated.
If we make it out of this, I've got some questions that need answering. Sawa-sensei won't talk.
I wouldn't worry about the future. Your life is coming to an end soon. Yagami!
Otra vez te canso, tío. Si vamos antes para el pelo. Joder. Hostia, que llevas pelma, macho. De verdad. En fin. Aquí puedo poner...
Stay down, would you? Not happening.
Good luck, Yagami-kun.
Qué cabrón, tú, se mira.
Show me what you got.
Es buena.
Show me what you got.
Joder, vaya hostias metiendo.
Show me what you got.
Kawana? Hey, Kawana! Oh, fine. Least you could have done to say thank you.
We ain't done, Yagami!
Qué pelota, tío.
I get you want to play tough, but do you ever quit?
It's not over till it's over, you little shit.
The hell's that? Sawa-sensei! Stop it! Someone's here too?
I wouldn't have expected you and this bitch to be connected.
What the hell do you think you're doing? This has nothing to do with her.
You're the detective, aren't you? You figure it out. Time's up.
Vaya joya.
Toss his phone before we go any further. This GPS will lead his friends straight to us.
Hey, Yagami. Rise and shine.
There he is. I was starting to worry you might not wake up. My men are glorified amateurs at this stuff. The technique for knocking someone out takes practice to get down.
Soma?
Oh good, no brain damage. Man, I'm glad you're tough as nails. Now we can get to the fun part, huh? Yagami-san here just saved your asses. You wouldn't be standing if he didn't come around.
There's no way we could have known this asshole would show up. Not my fault everything went to shit. This was your operation anyway.
Fine, it's okay. But you need to make sure you keep your boys in check from here on.
Huh?
Did that hurt? It hurt, right? See? You all see? First comes pain, and then the fear. You have to start with pain. Fear won't work if you haven't given them a reason. Slap them around, but you do need to keep them conscious. Enough to keep the fear alive. That's how you get what you want to hear. Am I right? I can tell when someone's lying. My superiors found that useful. Probably why they kept me around. Now, no playing dumb and none of your tricks. Don't underestimate me. Yagami-san. So, what's the deal between you and that lady teacher?
We're colleagues, as of a few days ago.
The fuck are you talking about?
Stay out of this, Akutsu.
Huh?
I'm telling you to shut up and leave this to me. I'm focusing. Besides, Yagami-san here is telling us the truth. He's just being a little vague, is all. So what do you mean, Sawa-sensei is your colleague?
Olvídate de Akutsu. Este es más la mar de perspicaz.
I was asked to look into a bullying case at Serio High. That's all I meant by it.
How about that?
What'd you do to her?
Oh, she's sound asleep now, I'm sure. Our business isn't with her, anyway.
You want Kawana?
Right. About that. You keep calling him Kawana. That's not who we know him as.
Huh?
Kawana is his alias.
A fake name?
That's right. So tell me, what is he? What do you know him for?
You get 2 seconds to answer.
What does this Kawana guy do?
He's a handyman. In Ijincho. Everybody knows him. He's been taking jobs in the area for a long time now.
A handyman, huh? Well, from the way it sounds, you haven't known each other very long.
Yeah.
His real name's Kitakata. Ring any bells? Well, there you have it. Your face says you have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. So then, any idea where your Kawana-san went? We have some business with him.
I wouldn't tell you even if I knew.
Of course you wouldn't. And I suppose that's not a lie. But it's probably more accurate to say you don't know where he is, either. Turns out you don't have a damn thing on him.
Shit.
Know what that means?
It means you have no more use for me.
Shame to be smart and still lose, huh?
Now I got a question for you. Did you really think you'd walk out of here alive? Or is it gonna be in a body bag?
Está jodida la cosa.
The fear in your eyes tells me everything I need to know. And you're probably right. You aren't gonna enjoy what little time you have left. It's gonna be painful as hell. Because I'll be the one enjoying it.
What brings you to Ijincho and after a teacher? And why Kawana, too? How do you even know him?
I could tell you this little parting gift, couldn't I? Sometimes
¿Cuál primero? Pues te acaba de empezar, todavía. De hostias. Hostia, no me acuerdo, tío. No me acuerdo.
Pretty boy detectives looking rough. But you didn't think we were done yet, did you? Hey! Fire that thing up. Get him on his feet. And I don't want to see him squirming. Not every day you get a chance like this. Record this shit. Yo. How quickly can a chainsaw kill a guy should be the video title when we upload it. This kind of shit gets so many views. Am I right, Yagami? We'll go in slow and get your fingers all cut to shreds. We'll take that up to the right wrist, then we'll switch over to the left side. Right forearm, left forearm. Why don't we make this formal? Take first dibs. You show us how it's done.
You want me to do it?
Time to man up. We gotta show the world what happens when you fuck with RK. Killing shits like him is what puts hair on your chest, guys. Just try not to kill him until everyone gets a turn. Get to work!
But sir...
Figure it out. Akutsu. He won't do it himself, you know. Huh? Recording it puts the evidence of a murder out there on video. And he won't be on it. But you guys will be. Who do you think they'll come for, moron?
You still talking? Fill your intestines on the fucking floor!
Me llega la caballería.
Yo, we got company. Kaito, how the hell? How'd you fucking find us here?
Kaito-san. Secure.
Suppose I ought to thank you boys for keeping talk nice and comfortable, Akutsu.
Yeah, but we were just getting to the grand finale. You two can have front row seats.
I'll pass. This show kinda sucks.
Block all the doors! These three are fucking dead. You hear me, boys? I don't want anyone leaving the building!
Good call. I don't want anyone leaving either. Until I'm done with you.
Ese recuperado.
Don't be a tough guy, Talk. Feel free to take a breather if you need to.
I don't know about that, Kaito-san. He's got that look. That's the face he makes when he's got a score to settle and some ass to kick.
You still haven't gotten your fill of this, Yagami? I'll admit, this is kind of fun, man. Maybe killing you would be a mistake. I've got an even better idea. I'll tie you up and keep you as a pet.
You know what? I think I could punch you as many times as I want right now. In circumstances such as they are, no one could even blame me.
Huh?
I'm saying I've earned a little payback, Akutsu.
Let's go!
Esta la puedo equipar o que con... Vale, poco vida. Hostia, la puta motosierra. Me crujen. Qué la vida toma. Me coge la otra, muévete, hostia. Nada, si no se mueve. Esquiva, hostia. Tal, coño. Qué guapo. Hostia, casi me cruzo tú. Coge la puta vida. No lo sé. No lo sé, la verdad que no lo sé. Te da un golpe, cabrón. No me jodas, se me mata al final, tío. Justo al final me mata a la madre que lo... No lo sé, la verdad que no... Cabrón, tío. Último puto golpe, tú. No es una cosa que me llame en exceso, la verdad. Si digo la verdad... El último golpe, tío. Estoy comiendo toda la vida. La mucho. Mira la regla de Profost. Joder, tío, es que no... No es un bojón, tío. ¿Qué va? Antes me ha fallado el puto golpe. Me quedaba. Otra vez igual, me va a quitar la vida entera. Otra vez igual, tío. Anda que den por culo. Puto pelma, tío, macho, de verdad. Hostia, macho, de verdad. Otra vez, no, por culo. Me va a costar la vida, tío. No, sí, vas por niveles. No va por niveles, va por habilidades. Sí, no. Si a la primera hemos estado a punto de matarlo, lo que pasa es que me ha hecho una llave que me ha quitado la mitad de la vida. Le ha dado un puto golpe el primer try, no hay ningún problema. Va por habilidades, vas comprando habilidades, entonces cuanto más haces más daño y demás, pero no, bueno es. El problema es que salen los corazoncitos y es una mierda, porque solo pasando por encima, aunque tenga la vida entera como ahora, te los consumes, es una putada. Luego no sé cómo esquivarlo al tío. Te pilla uno y ya es que te pilla el resto, tío. Es una... Eso termina de... Es para esquivar, pero que va, tío. tío. De verdad. No sé, me he comido 3 brazos de golpe. Me acabo de reventar. Es una cagada eso, tío. Es una cagada. La sabe protegerte y que va, tío. A coger. Joder, macho, tío. Yo no sé para qué sirve lo de la A, claro, no te libras nunca. Joder, la última como antes, tío. Igual que antes. Ah, Franso. Es el... A ver si lo matamos otra vez. Y desaparece ya el canso este. Pues ahora, la técnica verde es para desarmar. En teoría. La azul es para atacar en grupo. Y la roja es para uno a uno.
You ask too many questions, you fucking asshole.
Tell me, why go to all the effort in Kamurocho to find Shinya Kawai? What are you trying to do?
Shit.
Akatsu!
Man, that guy's invincible. And he's faster than he looks.
Asshole. He knew it was a lost cause, so he took off at the first opportunity. I'm guessing that's why he was holding back.
Are you serious? He couldn't be that sharp.
Nah, he's definitely got some skills, and we better start taking him seriously.
I had no idea you went through so much.
I'm just glad you had the mind to tip off Kaito-san that I wasn't picking up your calls. That got Tsukumo to track my phone over GPS and locate me using the town's security cameras.
I had to try something. I'm the one who dragged you into this after all. But you know, the first person to suspect something was Higashi-san. He thought it was strange for you to be suddenly unavailable.
Better thank him too.
By the way, I'd like to share the details I recently gathered on Shinya Kawai. Kawai was a bully at Kurokawa Academy. 5 years ago, he was abducted by individuals thought to be his acquaintances. A worker at a girls' bar witnessed this, and based on that, RK apparently deduced that Kawai was murdered.
Got it. Then I suggest you steer clear of RK as much as possible. They fly off the handle faster than the Yakuza.
Right. I never imagined things would get this.
We just got back to Sawa-sensei's apartment. I thought RK was in Kamurocho looking for Kawai, but they came to ambush a handyman named Kawana.
Did you say handyman?
Yeah, but he plays a wider field than your average Mr. Fix-It. He's popular on the Ijincho.
And this mystery man had some connection to Sawa-sensei?
Yeah, and I'm about to ask her about him directly. I need to get everything I can out of her this time.
Understood. We're still dealing with a lot of unknowns.
I'll be alright. I'm with 2 guys I can...
Yo, what's Sawa-sensei's room number?
Just hold your horses. I'm coming with you.
Hostia, tengo para comprar un montón, tío. Descargar, no tengo... Tengo que empezar a jugar. Venga, Manu, gracias. Cuídate. Ahora, venga, ya está, me lo hemos gastado un montón.
Sure is quiet. This is where the fight went down?
Yeah. But to look at it, you wouldn't think anything had happened here. Sawa-sensei, you there? It's Yagami.
What's up?
The door. It's unlocked.
Huh?
Sawa-sensei?
No! Wait, talk!
Se la ha cargado tú, me jodas.
No way.
Oh, God.
Y el Like a Dragon 2 creo que van a hacer también. Ay, me guarda. Aquí está, mierda. Creo que lo he guardado.
The school teacher, Yokosawa, is murdered in cold blood, and Yagami is torn with grief. Her death is merely collateral damage to Soma of RK. Soma's real prey is Kawana, who narrowly escapes his trap. It seems Kawana had buried his true identity among a host of other secrets. And to unearth them, Yagami crawls deeper down the rabbit hole.
El fantasma de Chincho.
Yeah. That's fine.
Espera, espera, me cuando se atrasan. No te
I get it.
corras.
You don't want us touching anything inside the room.
Todos los años son buenos.
Is it okay to wait for you inside
Todos los
then?
años son juegos buenos. O sea que tampoco.
Some private investigators from Kamurocho. Yagami-san and Kaito-san. Yeah, I asked them to help us out with a case we were on a couple days ago. Yes, see you soon. They're coming. The cops are on their way.
All right. She was murdered at the hands of Soma. Bastard. You lied when you said they had no business with her. Why did it have to be her? How did she get pulled into all this?
If it's answers you want, you gotta be a detective, Talk. We can see the kind of shit that normal people miss. We'll notice what they can't. For now, can you put aside the pain and do the work you need to do?
I think he's right.
First, let's narrow our focus. It's not about who or how she was murdered. What's more important here is to figure out the answer to the why. Let's consider her connections. We know one of them was to Kawana the handyman. Where that leads is that Soma's gang was after Kawana, and that's why they broke in.
In that case, the clues that we're after here are her personal relationships. There's our lead. Something that shows how a teacher could be connected to a guy like Kawana.
Yeah. Except Kawana's a fake name, just his alias. His real name was Kitakata. Soma gave us that.
No tengo mucho tiempo, está ahí a la velocidad. Debe ser lo más exhaustivo posible.
Hey, suspicious.
Joder, los ojos empapados de lágrimas. Debía estar aterrorizada.
Hey.
There's one visible wound here. What do you think, Kaito-san?
Sure is tiny. Think she was stabbed with some kind of long needle?
An ice pick, most likely. Soma was holding one up to her.
Pequeño puede ser un arma letal si se clava en la nuca. ¿La matarían con eso? De ser así, solo espero que tuviera una muerte rápida.
Ajá. Suspicious. Blood. Not a lot, though.
Yeah, looks like it.
Un rostro de sangre probablemente de Sawa. ¿Hasta dónde llega? Qué lejos llegó la sangre de Sawa, El anuario del instituto de Kurokawa.
Hey.
Yagami-san, isn't that your book from when Sawa-sensei went to Kurokawa Academy? Wouldn't there be photos of people like Yui Mamiya and that bully Kawaii in there?
Oh. Yeah, you're probably right.
Weird that there's so much blood around it. Maybe she was trying to leave us a clue.
What do you want to do? Take a peek inside? Kind of frowned on to mess with a murder scene, yeah?
If you're gonna look, make it quick. The cops will be here any minute.
There's not enough time to check the whole thing.
Piensa ya a mí. ¿Qué hago con este anuario?
I'm gonna hang on to it for now. I'll turn it over to the police later. It's now or never. I won't get another chance to come back to this room.
You're gonna take it? Really? Is that even legal?
Of course not. But fuck legal this time.
Those shady Kurokawa Academy graduates might be connected to Mikoshiba's murder. But we're the only ones with that lead right now. The cops could turn this place upside down and still miss that.
Good point. It's better off with us then. Feel like that's what Sawa-sensei wanted. It's now or never. Sugiura, we'll deal with the cops. You take the yearbook and get out of here.
I have to play the thief?
Play? Isn't that exactly what you fucking did back in Kamurocho?
Gotta bring that up. Fine, I'll do it.
No tengo mucho tiempo hasta llegar a la policía. Debe ser lo más justo posible. Venga, seguimos mirando. ¿Cómo pudieron entrar? Dije que no abría la puerta hasta que llegara la policía y estoy seguro de que me hizo caso.
Suspicious.
Alguien cortó la cadena de la puerta. Parece como si hubiera usado unas trazas. Así que vinieron preparados, tenían herramientas y no les importaba que los vieran. Dios, seguro que esa agua estaba muerta de miedo viendo cómo abrían la puerta y sin poder hacer nada.
I see. So, Hotshot, according to you, the guy who killed Sawa-sensei was...
Kazuki Soma. He's the leader of a bunch of thugs in Kamurocho known as RK.
Yeah? Well, great. Case closed.
Then what's your take on the murder scene, Nabe-san?
Tone it down, buddy. Remember who's got the badge here.
There are footprints of several different men who have been in Sawa-sensei's room. That includes yours, by the way.
We'll be analyzing these footprints first, and we'll check any security footage in the surrounding area. We'll ask around for eyewitnesses and narrow down our suspects. And we'll look into Arcade too, of course. Appreciate your help with that, Detective Yagami.
I just saw the coroner walk in. You saw the body too, right?
Yeah, just to get a rough idea. Her body will be taken in for an autopsy.
Does your rough idea include the cause and time of death?
Cause of death, a single stab from behind into the nape of the neck with a weapon similar to an ice pick. As for the time, we're estimating she's been dead for about 3 hours.
3 hours? That means it must have been right after I saw her on my phone.
Somos también intentó librarse de mí. Esta gente no da ni un segundo en matar a quien sea para silenciarlo. Pero ¿por qué llegarían tan lejos que no se atraen con Kuwana?
Nabe-san, the police need to get a warrant for Soma.
We're asking HQ about him as we speak. We need at least a damn mugshot for a warrant.
Then isn't it time to hit the street, get in some thug faces? Assume any face you don't recognize is from RK.
I get how you feel, man, but pull it together. Actually, I'm curious about that Kuwana fella too. He's lived in Ijincho forever. Why were Kamurocho thugs after him? And now I hear Kuwana isn't even his real name? He and Sawa-sensei were connected, but how?
I'm looking for those same answers myself.
So you know jack shit about anything important. Then you can go on home. Just make sure we can reach you.
Sure about this, Nabe-san?
Yeah. Assholes like him work better on a loose leash.
Foul-mouthed as fuck, but not bad, Pops.
What now?
Nabe-san, aren't you gonna ask me about Ihara? You know I went to see him in prison.
Oh, that.
You saw the video of Ihara killing Miko Shiba, didn't you? I was coming to talk to Sawa-sensei about it.
Your point?
I think there may have been a link between what happened to Sawa-sensei and Miko Shiba's murder. In which case, wouldn't you want to pump Ihara for information? Why aren't you jumping on that?
We got orders from the top that Ihara's off limits. Forever. They said if we want to try to peg him as Miko Shiba's killer, we'd have to completely flip the guilty verdict on his harassment case. Not exactly the kind of shit a beat cop can pull off. Besides, nobody seems to want to investigate the Miko Shiba murder. Not us, not HQ, not even the prosecution.
So cops get to just quit working an investigation because they don't feel like it?
If there was even a hope we could close it, every cop here would be all over it. Everyone knows Ihara stinks to high hell. And they still won't let us touch the goddamn thing. It's above our pay grade. We'll bury the case so deep it never sees the light of day.
Yeah, feels like Sawa-sensei's case is about to get the same treatment.
Hey, I told you to watch it, buddy.
Save the dirty looks for your superiors. They're the bastards so desperate to sweep this under the rug.
Hell do you?
Cool it, Sakurai.
I know this is all very sudden. We don't have many details yet. And as you've heard, the police are working to find answers as we speak. Sawa-sensei, well, she got mixed up in some sort of incident. This may attract press to the school, and some of them may even wish to speak to you, but please, do your best to ignore them. Again, we don't have all of the facts, and it's not for all of you to, well, none of you are under any obligation to speak to them, so please, don't. All that I can ask, for now, spare a prayer for Sawa-sensei, please, if you can. Please. Please.
Okay. We better get everyone back to class. Starting with the third years.
Excuse me, Yagami-san? If you don't mind,
Chairman Okuda said he'd like to speak with you if you would be on campus today. It's about Sawa-sensei.
Yeah, I can do that. Will he be in his office?
Yes. Thank you for everything, sir.
Debería pasar por el despacho del director, pero va a ser difícil hablar.
Yagami-san.
Oh, hey.
I still can't believe what happened to Sawa-sensei.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know anything about it?
I saw the scene of the crime. I was the first one to find her.
What?
The killer's still on the loose, but I know who it is.
Is there any way I can help? Maybe you could share some details about the case.
No, not this time. This one's too dangerous. I'm not gonna get you involved.
But...
Just leave Sawa-sensei's case to me. Don't you have your own cases to solve?
Yagami-san... Okay.
Listen, you're a brilliant kid. You can't afford to let this throw you off your game, right?
Yes, you're absolutely right. If I let that happen, it'll damage the MRC's credibility.
Exactly. So here's what I'm thinking, Amasawa. Let's just carry on like normal. And please spread the word to the rest of the MRC. That'd help me out a bunch.
Yes, I can do that.
Enter. Thank you for coming.
Sure. No problem.
Have a seat, if you would. In that detective's report, Sawa-sensei was... Well, it said you were the one who found her body.
That's right.
You had been concerned for Sawa-sensei's safety before the incident. You're able to see things I can't. You have something of a gift for that, Yagami-san.
I wish I could agree with that. But I'm overlooking details. I'm letting too much slip away. And quite frankly, there's still a lot that I haven't figured out yet either.
Like what? May I have an example?
There's this local handyman. Kawana is the name he goes by in the city. Right before it happened, I ran into him in front of Sawa-sensei's apartment. There's no way it was a coincidence.
So, you think he could be the culprit?
Actually, I don't think so. Not really. That said, Kawana has something to do with all this. Sawa-sensei may have gotten caught up in his mess. In fact, Kawana is just an alias he uses, and he's being hunted by these thugs from Kamurocho. They're a gang called RK, and it's weird, but they've been looking for this punk named Kawai. And Kawai's connected to it too. Sawa-sensei went to the same school as him 13 years ago.
Wow, these details are flying so far over my head. Your investigation has gone well beyond what I can comprehend, and it's left me in the dust. But I just can't do this anymore. Between my own faculty and the press, I'm being bombarded. I'm afraid it's just too much for me to bear.
I'm sorry to hear that.
But you know what? What's been the hardest part is feeling so powerless as all these young people have their lives cut short. Mikoshiba-kun being discovered dead, Ehara-san committing murder on video, and now poor Sawa-sensei's tragedy too. I can't help but feel in my heart that these incidents are related. that somewhere below the surface, all these misfortunes are connected to the same root.
I would have to agree.
Then I suppose it's only a matter of digging down deep enough. Though I couldn't begin to imagine how much soil would have to be turned to uproot it. But one thing, Yagami-san, if you would, could I ask that you continue to keep digging until you get to the bottom? Can you? Sawa-sensei deserves to have her chance at justice. A wonderful teacher like her. Why? She had her whole future to look forward to, the poor woman. And now this happens. It's just not right.
As it stands, I still need to collect more evidence. So you know, I can't make any promises just yet. I could hit a dead end. But no matter what anyone does, no matter who tries to stop me, I'm gonna keep digging.
You're a saint. These past few days have felt like a never-ending nightmare. What a breath of fresh air. And I appreciate the good news.
Of course. I'm glad we could talk, Chairman.
And now, Sawa-sensei's old class is going to be my next worry. I'm sure you're well aware that that class has some students with a penchant for causing trouble. I fear that with her gone, we may need to prevent a relapse for those bullies you stopped.
Are you referring to Koda-san then? I understand. While I'm working on campus, I'll keep an eye on them.
Debería pasarme por el aula 2-2. Perdón, antes de irme. Resident Vanilla en 2D, no. ¿Dónde han hecho eso? Vuelta para atrás, solo quiero llegar a lo de la tercera planta. Hay dos líneas en la pared del pasillo del segundo piso. La del tercero hay 3. Nada de alterarse.
Yagami-san, what do you want?
You know, things have been really weird around here ever since you showed up. First, they find Mikoshiba-sensei's body. Now Sawa-sensei winds up getting murdered. You the angel of death or something? Is that it?
I wouldn't blame you for thinking that.
Everyone's so damn gloomy. Sucks.
Una plataforma de
Sawa-sensei
PC.
was popular with all the boys. But her classes were super easy, and honestly pretty boring. You won't catch me moping around crying about it like all these losers. Ha ha! Hypocrites. You assholes were practically celebrating what happened to Mikoshiba-sensei.
Hey, we've heard enough out of you.
Gratuito.
Yeah? Fuck off, you little twerp! What do
Pero
you
pixelar,
want,
¿no?
Coda?
Yanichio está.
Yagami-san, we're fine. There's a lot we don't understand, so we just feel a bit vulnerable right now. But, well, if you learn more about Sawa-sensei, could you please keep us in the loop too?
Oh, please, bitch! What's with this goody two-shoes bullshit?
Fucking chill, Akane. What's your problem?
Like I said before, I'm a detective. and I'm looking into Hiro Mikoshiba's murder. That's why I was talking to Sawa-sensei. It's highly likely she got wrapped up in that case. So make no mistake, I'm going to find the truth about what happened to them both.
Kinda pointless. The internet's already branded Mikoshiba-sensei as the villain in all this. Everyone says he had it coming since he used to be a bully himself.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, if you're interested in hearing my report, just drop me a line. Maybe seeing my work might put things into perspective for you.
Detective my ass. Just get out of my face!
So, about Akane. She was really into Mikoshiba-sensei. They got along great, chatted all the time. Then all of a sudden, he just disappeared. She thought they had a connection, but turns out it was only one way. Now, she's always so pissed off. Keeps driving herself over the edge because she can't even reach the brakes.
I'm
not saying all this because I expect you to forgive us.
The fact that you recognize you did some awful things is a step in the right direction, at least.
I'm sorry, Koda. For everything we did to you.
You can't expect her to ever forgive you. If anything, expect that she never will.
I know.
That said, good job apologizing.
Thanks.
Ya lo he bajado, lo he descargado ya. Sí, lo probemos. Pone una página que pone que es muy cortito, lo único malo que tiene. Sí, está en itch.io. Es una página que ya controlo. Sí. Sí, lo hago descargar. Google es tu amigo. Es un zip de 30 megas. No sé cuánto ocupará el juego, pero no puede ocupar mucho. ¿Sí? Pues a la tarde lo probamos. ¿Cuánto dura, sabes? Pone que la única pega es que es muy cortito. Primer nivel del Castlevania. Con el cast. Tengo que regresar a Yokohama 99 para ver nuestra estrategia. Pero en 15 minutos se acabó. No. ¿O sí?
guys.
Compra comida.
いらっしゃいませ。
Starving. Pretty tasty, thanks.
ありがとうございました。
Pero Miguel Ángel, ¿en 15 minutos se acabó o solo 15 minutos? Ah, pues ya. Erótico, buenas. Sí, he visto un poco de dibujos. Luego lo miramos. No, guay. Gracias.
Hey, welcome back, Talk.
Good to see you, Yagamishi. How'd things go at school?
The chairman told the entire student body about Sawa-sensei at an assembly. Everyone's pretty shaken up.
Yeah. I can't even imagine.
We've been waiting for you, Yagamishi. Let's plan our next moves. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
While in a meeting yesterday, Sawa-sensei received a call that her apartment was broken into, prompting her to go home. Judging from the events that followed, RK must have called her using the apartment manager's name. And that's how they got to Sawa-sensei.
But RK wasn't after Sawa-sensei. They were actually after Kuwana, weren't they?
Yeah, Akutsu and Soma both said so. I think Sawa-sensei was used to lure Kuwana out.
Why would Sawa-sensei be bait to draw out Kuwana? How the hell are those two connected?
That too, but why is RK even after Kuwana-san? Thugs from Kamurocho want a handyman in Ijincho?
Right. There's still a lot we don't know. We need to find Kawana before RK does and get some answers out of him. Kawana isn't even his real name. Apparently, it's Kitakata. RK didn't seem to be familiar with the name Kawana. Truth is, we don't know anything about Kawana. All we know is that he's a handyman in Ijincho.
I haven't been able to contact Kawana-san since yesterday, but I left a message asking him to reply.
Where's the office for his handyman business?
He ran his whole operation from a cell
A mí me
phone.
está yendo muy bien.
Not even his business card lists an address.
Ni
Oh
uno.
yeah, Kaito-san. Didn't you call up all the places we went drinking? Did you find out where he lives?
Me está yendo muy bien, Ángel. Muy
Just
bien.
found
Esta
out.
noche seguiré.
Looks like Kawana lives in some kind of prefab shack off West Central Street. Sounds like pretty shitty conditions for a guy charging up the ass for his time.
Well, if we know that much, we might as well go take a look.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Tsukumo, we'll talk more later.
You never slow down, Yagamishi.
Bueno, creo que lo vamos a dejar aquí, gente. Ahora quiero ir a comer, preparar comida. Pues nada, Miguel Ángel, gracias por la información. Lo dejamos aquí. A la tarde, después de curar un poquito, también le daremos. Igual vamos el Death Gambit. O este que sí, igual el Death Gambit. Gracias, igualmente, Miguel Ángel. Y nos vemos en otro momento. Adiós.